So the first sign that we're getting closer to the end times is global deception. Now hear me. Because the church would have been raptured, the church would have been gone by this time. The world would be in chaos by this time. And because the world will be in chaos, because the world will be going through devastation, people naturally look for voices to lead them during that time. They look for political leaders, they look for spiritual leaders, and because people will be suffering, there will be a vacuum for leadership, and in that vacuum for leadership, many false prophets will arise. They will claim to be Christ himself. And as they claim to be the Messiah, coming to save them from this terrible time, Jesus says many people will be led astray by those who claim to be Christ. Right now, as I'm talking to you, there are people alive who claim to be Jesus Christ. So the Lord sees, when you see an increase of deception in the earth during that time, you know that the very end is near. When we see an increase of false teachers, an increase of false prophets, an increase of people saying, I am the Christ, we know that is the beginning sign that the end is near. Global deception is the beginning sign that the end is near. This is just an exhortation to you and I that one of the wisest things you can ever do is know the scriptures for yourself. Be underneath sound biblical teachers. Be invested in biblical community. Have a strong prayer life, because the less truth you know, the easier it is for you to be led astray. If you don't have a prayer life, you won't have discernment. And you'll be led astray by voices that appear to be godly because of language that is godly, but you'll be led astray because you cannot discern that God did not send that person. Right? So one of the greatest things you and I can do to protect ourselves as we get closer to these end times, watch, is have knowledge of the scriptures for yourself. Read the Bible for yourself. Stop believing everything everybody says. Stop believing everything I say. Man, go home and read behind me. If all of your theology comes from podcasts, if all of your theology comes from books that men have written, if all of your theology comes from social media, you're going to be led astray. But instead of just trusting voices that just rise up, appear to be godly, hear me, brothers and sisters, man. Learn to read these scriptures. How? For yourself. Have a life of prayer. Grow in sensitivity to the Holy Spirit.